And we have one child with name Shikha. That is Shikhaji. Do you want to? I'm sorry.
It's me.
Yeah. Okay.
It's me, Naina. My name is Naina.
Naina. Okay. All right. All right. So good. We have some new faces in the class and a very old face as well. That is me. All right. So let's get started. So first of all, thanks to all the new kids and the existing kids who have been with me for so far. And for Naina and Vaishu, this will be your first class. Just a quick thing for you guys to be aware. Whatever we do, that's getting recorded, not the screen, okay? It's only me and the board that is getting recorded through another device, okay? And I record this video and put it on YouTube so that you guys can use it for your reference, for your revision, okay? You guys are not coming on YouTube, it's only me and the board, okay? So whatever you are seeing right now, that is what gets to YouTube. And not because I'm trying to become a YouTuber or anything, it's only for you guys to use it for your revision, okay? So when I'm teaching, I would suggest you guys not to be busy taking notes because that gets you distracted. Let's focus on learning the concepts, and then whatever you forget, you have it for your reference later on. Yeah, that makes sense? And after we have classes on Saturday and Sunday, so by Monday, mostly I upload all the videos, and by Tuesday I send you guys the homework, which will be like 8 to 10 problems that you would want to solve, just to make sure that whatever you have learned, you are able to use it also. Yeah? That's okay. Okay, and again, every word that we say, that puts the whole word learning at halt. Okay? So, make sure that we are all cognizant of what we say and how we use the time. Alright, so in today's class, what we have decided is we will learn. Who remembers what we're going to learn today?
Wait, are we going to choose what we're going to learn?
No. You will never be given the chance to choose.
He randomly chooses.
Yeah. So the topic that we have chosen for today is learning about quadratic equations and functions and relating that with multiplying and factoring.
Huh?
You don't have to keep on asking questions. You're not given chance for today.
Are you going to go ask about homework?
No.
Okay. Can you say anything?
What I'm going to do, I will tell.
Okay.
And no unnecessary talks, please, for God's sake. Yeah? Alright. So, today we are going to talk about quadratic equations, multiplying and factoring. Now, okay? Now, first of all, what is a quadratic equation? You will not be given chance.
I'm not reading
Oh, what?
What is a quadratic equation? What is the understanding of a quadratic equation? Anybody? Okay, fine. So let's first learn. Vivan, can I have your attention, please? No, nothing which distracts the class. Okay. Now, let's first understand what is a polynomial and what is a linear and quadratic equation at a concept level. Okay. So, what is a polynomial? Anybody? Yeah, Gitesh. Oh, I thought you raised your hand to say something. Okay. Polynomial. Yep, I'll come to you. Yep, yeah, Vishal.
It's an equation that has different degrees, like to the power of 2, to the power of 3, for like depending on the equation.
Okay. Okay.
Polynomial means like there's like different kinds of symbols like multiplying or powers like in each.
Hold it there.
Anything that has to do with shapes?
Hold it there. That's polygon. So, Arav, you are a student, he is a student. He can make mistakes, you are also making mistakes. No pointing fingers. Yep. Yal, Lohit.
Like different variables?
Okay. So, I think I'm getting different point of views. Let me make it very, very simple. Now, let's first try to understand. Everybody knows what is the equation, right? when you write something in the form like this, let's say if I say 2x plus 5 equals to 17.
Okay.
2x plus 5 equals 17. This is an equation. Why this is called an equation? Because you have an equal to sign. Yep. This part is simple. Vaishu and Naina, this is okay? Yeah. So we call this an equation because there is an equal to sign. Now, when I am purposefully trying to get you guys confused. First I said polynomial, then I'm saying quadratic equation, now I'm saying equation. There is a relationship between these. Okay, and please don't respond when we are not supposed to. Now, we are calling this an equation because there is an equal to sign. This is a classic example of polynomial because everything that is separated by an operation, okay, is called a term. So this is one term, this is another term. If I say this, let's say equal to 17, this is another term. There are three terms in this equation. Okay? If I say 2x squared equals to 82, this is one term, this is another term. Everything that is separated by an operation or an equal to sign is called a term. So this is an equation and this is also something which has three terms. Now, any equation which has more than one term is called polynomial. Poly stands for many. So this is a polynomial as well as an equation. Meaning, there are three terms here. There are two terms here. More than one term, right? This is called polynomial. Three terms, it's called a polynomial. Hands down. I'll come to you when there is a need to ask a question. Okay? When things are simple, let's not waste time. If I say 2x squared plus 4x plus 7y plus 2z equals 72. This is also a polynomial. How many terms we have? One term, two term, three term, four term, five term. Yeah, this is a polynomial as well. And this is also an equation. Is this part going down well so far for the new kids at least? Yeah? For you guys?
So if I instituted 4 times x plus, wouldn't that be wouldn't that be 5 terms?
You don't add the signs, you just add the numbers or like variables.
Okay. If you have x plus x 3 times, you need to be utterly stupid for writing it this way. You will simply say 3x. And that makes it one term.
It's 3 terms.
This is not 3 terms, this is one term. Because these are same things. See, equation is of no use if you are not using it diligently. Okay? So if you have, let's say, 2x plus 3x equals 15, you will not count this as 3 terms. Because these are same things. Like 2 bananas and 3 bananas makes it 5 bananas. Now this is the optimized equation.
Also, there's 2 terms.
So there are 2 terms. Okay? So what we have understood so far is what is a term, what is a polynomial, and what is an equation. Is this part clear so far to everybody?
Yes.
Everybody? Sanli, Yeshu, Vishal, Vasundhara, Dikshita, everybody? Myra, Lohit? Okay. Yep. Joel?
That was Baxter.
No, I'm Joel, meaning I'm asking. Is it clear so far?
Yeah.
Now, so polynomial is default. Every equation that you talk about is a polynomial by default. Okay. If I say 2x equals to 5, it's an equation, it's a polynomial because you have more than one term. And there will not be a single equation which is not a polynomial. Okay, let's see what is the reason for the curiosity. You have a question?
Well, I didn't, but does poly mean the prefix many?
Many.
You just read them.
Polygon, multiple sides. Polynomial, polythene has multiple chemicals put together to make the polythene bag that we use. Yeah. Okay. So now So I will not use the word polynomial unless needed. For now, let's look at equations. Okay, every equation is a polynomial, so that goes by default. Is that okay for everybody? Now let's look at this. 2x plus 5 equals to, let's say, 8.
Wait, what's the date today? What's the date today?
14th.
Even if you don't write the date, will that hurt?
No.
So let's not waste time. If I say, let's say 2x plus 7 equal to y, and x squared plus 5x equal to y. What is the difference that you see between these two equations? These two are equations, right? Both have equal to sign. What is the difference that you see between this equation and this equation? Okay, I'll come to you guys. Let's see on the screen. What is your observation here between these two equations?
The one has an exponent and the other one doesn't.
Okay, that's one observation. What else? Yes, Vishal.
I noticed one of them has like a natural number 7, while the second equation only has x's and y's.
Okay, that is the second observation. Let's see what Dikshita has to say.
In the first equation, there's one x and y, and in the second one, they're both like 2x and 1y.
Okay.
So I noticed that one of the terms doesn't have a variable, and then the second equation doesn't have a number; it only has a square. But they're both equal to the same equation as y.
They both have different terms, except for y.
Different number of terms.
Except for y.
Okay. Okay, let's see what Vivan has to say.
One has a constant and a coefficient, and one has two coefficients. Wow.
Okay. Gitesh, what is your observation?
Equal to y.
Both equal to y. Okay. Let's see what Naina and Yishu has to say. Vaishu, sorry.
They're both equal to y.
Okay. Vaishu, right? Yeah, Joel.
You can combine the variables on the bottom except for y for the bottom equation, and you can't combine the variables on the top equation, excluding y.
That was a loaded answer. Okay. Anyways, I'll come to that. Okay. Now, yeah, Gitesh, you still saying something? Okay. Now, yeah, Vishal.
I think the first one is in the linear form, like an equation, but the second one is in a polynomial form.
Both are polynomials for sure. Okay. Polynomial.
Or like
Yeah.
like a squared form.
Yeah. So that is one of the difference. Okay. See here, the maximum power to the variable is 1 here. This is the power. Here the maximum power is 2. This power is called the degree. Degree. So any equation or polynomial, whatever you call it, with the maximum degree as 2 is called a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. Quadratic. How do you pronounce it?
Means what?
Quadratic. Quadratic equation. Quadratic. How do you read it? How do you pronounce it?
Quadratic.
Quadratic. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Vaishu, you were saying something.
No, I was gonna say something but I forgot.
Okay. So between these two equations, if you noticed, in the second equation, the maximum power to the variable is 2, and this is called quadratic equation. This one is nothing but called linear equation. Now you will start saying why you have given names and why you are forcing us to memorize, right? Linear equation is something which if you try plotting on a graph paper, it forms a straight line. That's why it's called linear equation. And this equation, it when you draw it in a coordinate plane, it draws a parabola. So that's why it has two different names. Okay.
Blah blah. What's a plot? Draw blah blah blah. With the you said about like the first equation.
First equation is called a linear equation because it draws a line, straight line. This equation is called a quadratic equation because when you try plotting it on a coordinate plane, it draws a parabola.
A parabola.
Yeah.
So if we were to put them in a vertical line test, it would work?
Let's not go too far, okay? I'm still not there. Okay. Now let's look at the first equation. When we talked about, let's say x plus 2y, x plus let's say 20 equals y, or x plus 5, let's put a smaller number, equals y, and x squared plus 2x equals y. So I was saying that this is a linear equation and this is a quadratic equation. Now you will say y linear equation, y quadratic equation. So let's, Naina, stressed out? No? Okay. No. I was seeing you putting your hand on your forehead and looking stressed. So let me know when I'm getting you guys stressed out, okay? I'll make it easier. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. So the first equation, first observation was that it has maximum power as 1. Second equation had maximum power as 2. The power is also called the degree. So you can say that this is a polynomial or an equation with power, maximum power is 2 or degree as 2. This one is a polynomial or an equation with maximum power is 1 or degree as 1. Any which way is fine. Okay. So now let's look at this one. I am calling this a linear equation. Why linear equation?
Does it make a straight line on a graph?
Because there is a line in it. Linear, if you break it down, it's line plus something and then equation. Now let's understand that. Now in the class, who all has not dealt with the graph paper before? Who doesn't know how to use graph paper? Anybody? You don't know how to use graph paper? Okay, that's fine. Have you used the coordinate planes? Are you aware of what is a coordinate plane, Naina? No? Okay. So coordinate plane is the simplest thing that you can think of. Meaning, you know number line? Do you know number line? Imagine this as two number lines.
1 negative 1 positive.
No, two number lines perpendicular to each other. This is a number line. Let's imagine this as a number line which I'll call as x-axis, okay? So 0, 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. Here it will be minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So whatever you see in the horizontal line, Naina, that is your number line, one number line, okay?
Do that first.
Yeah? I am calling that as x-axis. Now imagine this is another number line which is perpendicular to this one. Okay? And I will call it y-axis. And here same thing. Here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Here it is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, so on and so forth. Yeah? So basically, if you look at a coordinate plane or a graph, this is nothing but two number lines perpendicular to each other. Yeah? Does that sound okay? To everybody? Alright. Now, yeah. Now, what I'm saying is, this x plus 5 equal to y. X plus 5 equal to y. X plus 5 equals y. I'm saying this is a linear equation, meaning it plots a line. It helps us draw a line. Okay? How? Let's make a table.
I didn't put an output.
So whenever we talk about an equation, okay? Equation is nothing but an agreement. It's a contract between x and y. Okay? So they have signed up an agreement saying, okay, x plus 5 will give you the value of y. Meaning if you increase x, y will increase. If you decrease x, y will also decrease. That's the agreement between them, okay? That's an equation. Now, let's make a table here quickly and see how the value of x is changing the value of y as per this equation, okay? When, let's say this is x and this is y. When I'm saying x equals 0, what is the value of y? When x is 0, what is the value of y? 0 plus 5.
Yeah.
5.
Oh.
Yeah?
It is typically input
No. Keep it simple. No typically, no technically, no theoretically. I'm just putting the numbers, okay? When x is 1, 1 plus 5, 6. When x is 2, 2 plus 5, 7. When x is 3, 2 plus 5, 3 plus 5, 8. When x is 4, 2 plus 5, 9. This table is okay, right? Everybody with me? This is as per this equation, if I try to put the value of x and y, pick a value of x and see how y changes. I'm just putting a table here. Is that okay? Everybody with me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. Now, let's use this information to see what will happen here. If I say x equals 0, meaning on the x-axis I am picking a value as 0, okay? Y value is 5. So that will be this point. If you look at this point, what is the value of x? X is 0 here and value of y is 5. This is 1 point. When x is 1, meaning I move 1 point. This is my x-axis, I am going to 1. What is the value of y? 6. So this becomes my second point. Okay? When I go to value of x equals 2, what is the value of y? 7. So it will be somewhere here. When I go to 3, what is the value of y? 8. And if I join these points, this makes a straight line. So Naina, it might be little loaded to begin with, but look at this, okay? So first of all, I'll go through this one more time so that I explain this to you guys. And for everybody, whoever is having difficulty in following, or if you end up forgetting after the class, you have the video of the class which you can watch again to see what you missed, okay? So that's the main purpose of the video actually. So now, what did I do so far? I said this is my equation. I'm trying to plot that on a graph paper, okay? When I say graph paper, meaning two number lines perpendicular to each other. This one I am calling as x and this one I am calling as y. So if you look at the graph paper, you will see that these are dotted lines that will help you locate the points, okay? So if you pick this point if you see, what is the value of x? This is the value of x, 1, and this is the value of y, 1. If you look at this point, what is the value of x? How far it is from x-axis? 2. How far it is from y-axis? This is 2. If you look at, let's say, this point, what is the value of x? 2, and value of y is 3. So it is 2 and 3. So that is how you find out the points, okay? So what I did, took this equation and put some value for x and I found the corresponding value of y. Okay? Yeah?
And you need at least two variables to draw the line.
X and y.
Implicit.
You can
Implicit. Because if you have two x's, you need two variables because you need value of x and value of y. This is how you locate a point.
If you had to add x plus y equals z, and if you make y 1, if 0 goes diagonally from the graph.
I am not taking any complicated statements. I am trying to keep it simple. Is this part understandable or not?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll keep it there. So, in summary, what we have done so far is, I was claiming that this is a linear equation and we are trying to say why. So, when I have an equation, that's an agreement between x and y, and we said, okay, fine, let's see what the agreement does. Meaning every value of x will have a corresponding value of y. If I go by this equation, so I randomly chose some value of x and I try to determine what is the value of y correspondingly. Yeah? Put that in the table. So this is my first one. When x is 0, y is 5. Where will I have value of x is 0? On this line. Wherever I go, my value of x will be 0 because this is against this point. Wherever I go here, my value of x will be 1. Right? So when x is 0, anywhere on this point, this line, my x will be 0 and y is 5. So 0 and 5. I picked up the point where y is 5. This is my y-axis. Second is 1 and 6. Everywhere on this line, my value of x is 1 because this is making it 1. So here, I am trying to find out where do I get the value of y is 6. So I found this a second point. When x is 2, meaning this point is 2. So if I draw a line here, anywhere on this line, my value of x will be 2. Now I have to find out the corresponding value of y is 7. So on this line, where do I get a 7? So this is where it is 7. So this gives me my third point. So I got 3 points. I just joined these points, okay? And I see it is making a straight line for me. So that proves the point that any equation which has maximum power is 1 and has 2 variables, it is a linear equation because it draws a straight line for us. So far making sense?
Yes.
And again, I'll go back to Naina's name. I could remember, okay, because I have met with one child before whose name was Naina, so that was a familiar name. Your name is Vaishu, better, right? Vaishu, V-A-I-S-U. You are talking on mute. Just confirm me once, okay? 2-3 times I will ask, then after that I'll remember, okay? Okay, alright. So, yeah, Vivan.
Wait, sir, do quadratic equations make like a curvy line?
Yeah, we'll come to that. I mean, so I'm first trying to make sure that we get this part right. The linear equation, what does it mean? What is the contract? What is the agreement? How the value of x changes value of y? Put that in a table. Use that in the graph paper to plot it and see if it is drawing a straight line for us. Yeah? That's what we saw just now. Now, let's look at what Divan was asking and how much sense it makes. Okay? So, I was saying that, okay, remember this. If I have x squared plus 4 equal to y. What is our first observation? It has a power of 2. Maximum power of the variable is 2. Yeah? Everybody with me? So if the power is 2, or we call it degree as 2, if any equation has the maximum power on the variable as 2, that is called a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. It is an equation because it has an equal to sign and the maximum power is 2, that's why it's called quadratic equation. Now a quick stupid question to you guys.
Okay.
If I have 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x equal to y, is this a quadratic equation?
Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
There is no place for could be. It is yes or no.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a quadratic equation.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Anybody who doesn't want to,
Yeah.
I'm reading the question again, which relate back to my theory of Tran. Trust, read the question again and again, analyze, then you do it. I am seeing that you guys are still doing it first and not reading, not analyzing. Read my question. I'm sorry?
I didn't hear you because I was in the restroom. Can you tell me the
Yeah.
question?
So the question is 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x equal to 4. Is it a quadratic equation or not?
Okay.
3x cubed, I'm just helping you guys with the read part of it, okay? 3x cubed plus 2x square minus 3x equal to 4. Is this a quadratic equation or not? Somebody is showing a
Equality or quadratic?
quadratic.
I don't think so.
Okay, tell me why.
I'm not sure why.
No, see, again, it's not about being right or wrong. I want to understand what is going on in your mind, okay? If I hear your opinion, that will help me understand whether you are thinking in the right direction or not, okay? Okay, yeah, Vishal, go ahead.
No, it's not.
It's not. Why not?
Because the quadratic equation has only to the power of 2. If it has to the power of 3, the cubic.
Yes,
Wait.
that is what I would see. What was my definition of a quadratic equation in the first place?
Having a
The maximum power, hear me out.
square.
The maximum power to the variable is 2. In this case, the maximum power is 3.
What is that called?
Cubic equation. So, since my equation had the maximum power of 3, it doesn't qualify to be called a quadratic equation. Yeah? Everybody with me?
Yeah.
Nana, does that make it clear? Yeah, okay, cool. Now, so I was just trying to clarify something before I move on. So we are saying that okay, this is my quadratic equation, and this is something that some of you will hate, but I will still do that because it's very important. I saw some of the kids who have been with me for more than a year now, okay, still making the mistake. Whenever you have a question to solve, this is my magic wand, which I call as TRAN. T stands for trust. Always trust yourself that yes, if anybody in the world can solve a problem, that is me. So keep that trust as your character, as your personality, as your belief. R stands for read. When I say read, I am saying read and read till you get tired. When you have a question, read it enough. Yeah, Gitesh.
Can I tell the last part?
No, let me do that because you will not be able to bring that impact, okay? When you say, so R stands for read, meaning you have to make sure that you read the questions enough. If you read the question in a hurry, there's a very high chance of you rushing through it and might get wrong message or wrong question. Then comes analyze. Analyze. Meaning once you have read the question, you have understood what has been asked, then you start putting your brain that okay, I know this is what has been asked, this is what it is asking me to solve, and this will be my approach. Okay, I know this formula, I can apply this formula and then I will solve it. So this is till the time you have not picked up your pen. You are still doing your plan. And then comes N, which stands for Nike. Nike's punchline is just do it.
I thought it was slogan.
Slogan, whatever you call it.
Ram has Nike shoes slippers.
Stop it there. So Nike stands for Nike's slogan is just do it. Why I'm putting Nike here towards the end? It says read the question enough, analyze, come up with your plan, and then you do it. That's the message. Even if I have been boring enough narrating this story, my recommendation to you guys is keep this thing in your mind that whenever you have a problem to solve, read the question enough, put your thoughts together, and then you try doing it. Just picking the pen and trying to do it might get you wrong. Alright, that was only for Vaishu and Naina because this is their first class, and this was for each one of you because I still see opportunity for you guys to practice this little bit more. I still see everybody rushing for an answer. I don't want that. Yeah, Dikshita.
What is the relationship between polynomial and quadratic equation?
So So polynomial, okay, who's raising hand? Vivan, yeah, go ahead.
It said earlier, like when you said x to the power of 3, wouldn't that be like a cubic equation?
That will be a cubic equation.
And
That will
wouldn't
be,
that make an S-shaped line?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Wouldn't that make like an S-shaped line on the graph?
Maybe, it may not be. I would not worry about that for now, okay? Because we have not gotten our hands dirty yet. Even if I know, I will not tell that. Because whatever we will do in the class, we will do it, experience it, and then believe it, okay? If I say quadratic equation will make a L-shaped thing, equation with power 4 will make something else, that will get you guys confused and loaded for no reason, okay? So I'm not going there. I'm just going step by step, alright? So coming back to the point, what I was saying was, if I have a quadratic equation like this, okay? So far we have seen a linear equation making a straight line in a quadratic plane, in a coordinate plane. We are trying to find out what exactly this quadratic equation does and how. So first thing, we are sure now, after all the deliberation we have done so far, that any equation where the maximum power to the variable is 2, maximum power to the variable is 2, then only that is a quadratic equation. No doubt. Yeah? No confusion to anybody. Okay. Shall I say it one more time? Any equation with the maximum power of 2 is a quadratic equation. Yeah? Now, to your point, Deekshita, when you said, what is the relationship between a polynomial and a quadratic equation? The only relationship is, polynomial is the father of all. Every equation is a polynomial, meaning any equation which has more than one term, it will be a polynomial. And till date, I am almost 48. I have not seen an equation which has less than 2 terms.
I think that's kind
I will never ever have an equation which has less than 2 terms. I will never have an equation like, there is an equation 4x squared.
Because that's just one term. There's no equal sign.
There is no equal to sign. And if you have an equal to sign, you have to have something on the side. Like I said, my age is 48, almost 48. So age is here, my age equal to 48, right? This is one term, this is another term. You will never have an equation with less than 2 terms. So every equation is a polynomial. Now, whether it's a quadratic equation, cubic equation, linear equation, doesn't matter. Does that answer your question, Deekshita?
Yes, sir.
By mistake, I disclosed my age. What to do? Okay, alright. But yeah, coming back to the serious point. Now I have a quadratic equation. Nothing changes for us. Nothing changes for us. The basics remain the same. And I'm here only for teaching the basics. That's why sometimes I stop you guys when you guys go in a very complex things. X squared minus 4 equal to y. I'm saying that this is a polynomial. And I'm saying that this is a quadratic equation because the maximum power to the variable is 2. Yeah? Yeah, Vivan.
But there, what is the difference between like a linear equation and a zero polynomial equation? Because wouldn't both of them make like a horizontal line?
Zero polynomial equation. You think about it first and then you tell me why would you have a polynomial equation with 0 power and what would it mean? Now, a classic example. If I say I have a 0 polynomial equation, okay, that means 3 into x to the power 0 plus y to the power 0 into, let's say, 6 equal to z. Okay, this is what it would mean. Again, you are saying 0 polynomial, right? So that means the power here is also 0. Yeah, is that what you would say, Vivan? Is this an example of a 0 polynomial equation?
Yeah.
Now, look at this. Anything to the power 0, what does it mean? 3 into 1 plus y to the power 0 will be 1. Z to the power 0 will be 1. What are you talking about? Got it?
Yeah.
So, there is nothing called zero polynomial equation, if I can say that in the simplest form. You have polynomials. In a practical scenario, you deal with polynomials with degree as 1, which is linear equation, degree as 2, which is quadratic equation, degree as 3, which becomes a cubic equation, and you can just go on till you want to study math. Yep. Are we okay so far?
I think I am, because I'm just having a
Yes, sir.
easy discussion for mistake.
What is that?
I just have a mental thing that I go at Dhamma, that I'm getting really smarter when I do math. It's just that
Oh, hold it there, hold it there. Hold it there. No place for any unproductive discussion right now. So this is my quadratic equation. This is what I put, and I got distracted for a very valid reason, just to make sure that we all have right understanding of the concept. Now, same thing like what we did with linear equation. So this is my contract between x and y, which says x squared minus 4 equal to y. Let's put the same table here. Let's see what happens. Don't do that. So let's see what happens with y for every value of x. When I say x equals 0, let's see what happens. When I put x equals to 0, y is minus 4. When I put x equals to 1, so 1 minus 4 becomes, when I say x equals to 1, this becomes minus 3. When I put x equals 0, I get 0 minus 4, which is minus 4. Why did I put 0 again? 0, 1, 0 gives me minus 4, 0 minus 4, minus 4, 1 minus 3, let's say 2. So this gives me 0. 2 squared is 4, minus 4 is 0. Now let's put some negative values. Minus 1. So minus 1 squared will be 1. So 1 minus 4. So minus 3. Let's put one more at least. Let's put a minus 2 also. Let's see what happens. Minus 2 squared is also 4. So 4 minus 4 0. So we got 5 values here. Yep. Dikshita.
How do you get negative 3?
So if I put 1, x equals 1. So 1 squared minus 4 equal to y. So 1 minus 4 equals to y. So I have only $1 earned and I have $4 in credit. I still have $3 in credit. Yep.
Negative 3.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now, so I got 4, 5 points. Now x and y. Let's deal with the same number line thing. The coordinate plane. Let's say 0, 0, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. So this is my x-axis, meaning this is my number line in the horizontal direction. This is my number line in the vertical direction. Now let's pick 0 and minus 4. On this line everywhere my value of x will be 0 and minus 4. Minus 4 is here. So I got 1 point here. Now I go to first, when x is 1, y is minus 3. So here, everywhere here, my x is 1. Y is minus 3. Minus 3 is here. So I got second point here. When I go to x equals to 2, which is this one, y is 0, meaning this point. When I go to minus 1, which is this line, y is minus 3. So I got another point here. When I go to minus 2, meaning this line, y is 0, it's here. Now I got 1 point here, second point here, third point here, fourth point here, fifth point here. I will just join those points with a free hand. This is what is a parabola.
A what?
Parabola.
Broken.
No blabbering. Tell me, how do you pronounce this? Parabola, right?
a parabola.
Is that a O?
Parabola.
Is that an O?
Yeah.
So be
Parabola.
Parabola. Yeah. So, what we saw or observed so far is, if I have any equation with maximum power as 2, that doesn't help me draw a straight line. This is not a straight line by any means. This is more like a curve. And that is given a name called parabola. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right because I have a very strong Indian accent with which I pronounce it. In India we call it parabola. Here you guys call it parabola. That's what I'm trying to pronounce it. I hope that is the right pronunciation. If I'm not, correct me.
It is really okay because any class.
No, don't give me English speech. Parabola, tell me how you pronounce it. If you pronounce it right,
Parabola.
done. Stop it. Stop it there. Stop it there. Okay. Now, so this is observation. Okay. So if I have a quadratic equation that helps me draw a parabola, and we did nothing different. Like we had a linear equation, we created this table of x and y because it's a contract between x and y. For every value of x, there is a corresponding value of y. That's what we determined here, and we just plotted that on a graph paper or on two vertical number lines, and we saw it draws a shape which is called parabola. We'll probably stop here. Okay, just do a quick recap of what we have learned so far. We started to learn what is polynomial, and that is where we realized that polynomial is nothing but an equation where you have more than one term. And what is a term? When you have an operation, the values that you see on the sides of the operation are equal to sign, those are called terms. If I have 4x squared plus 3x equal to 7, this complete thing is a term, not x as a term and 3 as a term. Everything together is a term. Even if I have 3x squared plus 5000x equal to 28, this whole thing is one term. Okay. So we saw that polynomial is something which has more than one term. So in a sense, each and every equation that we talk about is a polynomial because it has more than one term. Okay. So and then we looked at what is a linear equation. We used the linear equation, created the table, plotted it on a graph paper, we saw it makes a straight line. That's why an equation with maximum power is 1 plots a straight line for us. That's why it's called a linear equation. A polynomial or an equation with maximum power to the variable as 2 plots a parabola for us. And this is called a quadratic equation as well. So these are some of the basic concepts we have learned about these, and we'll talk more about the related concepts in the class tomorrow. Any doubt or confusion so far? Everybody understood, including me? Naina, Vaishu, how are you, beta?
Yes.
Understood?
Yes.
How about you, Vaishu? Oh, I saw your thumbs up. Okay, cool. So again, I am a teacher who keeps on nagging kids. Okay, I'll make sure that nobody gets an opportunity to sleep in the class. I will keep asking. I'll keep asking the question to everybody. Joel, I saw your thumbs up as well, but I'm just asking you to confirm. Everything is okay? I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll keep on asking questions, and I expect you all to participate in the class. Okay. When you participate, some of the things you would know right. Sometimes you will not get the concepts right, but that's okay. We have to talk to get things clarified, and that's what is my job. Okay. So never be afraid or apprehensive about asking a question. This class is meant for you guys to learn something from me, and if there's something that is not clear, there has to be zero fear or doubt for asking questions.
Go to Wednesday class.
Yeah. Sometimes I stop you guys from asking questions when I see that those questions are going in the wrong direction. If you ask me questions on quantum physics in this class, I'll not be able to answer that. I see some kids get tempted to talk about ChatGPT also, which I don't like myself, because this is the time for learning the basics, not for blabbering about ChatGPT or machine learning. Okay?
Use
So-
Gemini and
So this is where we will stop today. I will let you guys go and enjoy rest of your evening. And